Hello, good morning students. In the earlier videos we discussed two concepts, cash transaction approach and cash balance approach. In cash transaction approach we discuss Fisher's equation. In cash balance approach we discuss Pigu's equation. Today we are going to discuss superiority of cash balance approach over the cash transaction approach. We are going to know how far cash balance approach is superior to cash transaction approach. How far Pigu's equation is better, superior to Fisher's equation. First point, less stress on both demand and supply aspect of money. Fisher's equation, cash transaction approach laid emphasis only on supply aspect of money. We discussed in the earlier videos that according to cash transaction approach, demand for money remains constant in the short period. So price level or value of money can be influenced only by changes in supply of money. If supply changes, price level also changes in the same direction and at the same rate, direct and proportional relationship. But they have ignored the element of demand for money. On the other hand, cash balance approach laid adequate stress on both demand and supply aspect of money. So it is better, wider in scope than cash transaction approach. Second, consider the both aspect of demand for money. Fisher's equation, cash transaction approach laid emphasis only on medium of exchange function. Why we demand money? Because money has got a function. Which function? Money provides a common medium of exchange, and it means money has got spending aspect. Money has got spending aspect. Okay, so according to cash transaction approach, our cash transaction approach laid emphasis only on medium of exchange function, only spending aspect of money. On the other hand, they have ignored a very important function of money, which is store of value, or in other words, holding aspect of money. होल्डिंग एस्पेक्ट ऑफ मनी सिर्फ ट्रांजेक्शन अप्रोच और स्पेंडिंग एस्पेक्ट नहीं है, मनी का एक और एस्पेक्ट है होल्डिंग एस्पेक्ट. बट Fisher laid emphasis only on medium of exchange function, only spending aspect of money, while cash balance approach laid emphasis on both medium of exchange function as well as store of value function, spending aspect of money as well as holding aspect of money. According to them, according to cash balance approach, what is demand for money? How much money people wish to hold in cash? How much purchasing power people wish to hold? This is the definition of money, demand for money as per cash transaction approach. So this is also an important discrimination between cash transaction approach and cash balance approach. Cash transaction approach laid emphasis only on medium of exchange function, while cash balance approach laid emphasis on both medium of exchange as well as store of value function. Third, more useful than cash transaction approach. These are two equations. MV is equal to PT and M is equal to PKR. This is cash transaction approach by Fisher and this is Pigu's equation. Consider both aspect of money more useful than cash transaction approach. According to modern economists, cash transaction approach से ज्यादा यूजफुल है कैश बैलेंस अप्रोच. कैसे? Because it is relatively easy to know how much money people wish to hold in cash rather than total volume of transaction or total volume of expenditure. फिशर के इक्वेशन में T क्या है? टोटल वॉल्यूम ऑफ ट्रांजेक्शन मतलब टोटल एक्सपेंडिचर, एंड K मतलब proportion of real income which is held in cash. वैसे तो इंडिया जैसे इकोनॉमी में दोनों जानना मुश्किल है, मगर टोटल वॉल्यूम ऑफ ट्रांजेक्शन, to know total of value of transaction is very very difficult. So it is relatively easy to know how much money will be held as cash in compared to total volume of transaction. So it is more useful. Discards the concept of fee. According to Professor Marshall, the chief merit, the main advantage of this equation is that it has not considered the crude and mechanical concept of V, velocity of circulation of money. It is a crude concept, not cleared, and mechanical concept. Rather, cash balance approach laid emphasis on K, which is realistic approach, which is humanistic approach. This approach is mechanistic approach. Getting my point? ये अप्रोच क्या है? मैकेनिज्म है, कितनी फास्ट मनी सर्कुलेट करती है, एक से हाथ के दूसरे हाथ में जाती है. ओके, वेल के क्या डिजायर ऑफ अ पर्सन टू होल्ड कैश बैलेंस. इट इज ऑन डिजायर. सो there is an human element. This approach is humanistic approach, while this approach is mechanistic approach. So the chief merit of this concept is that it discards the concept of V. This is the difference. Foundation of modern theory of interest. Cash balance approach also laid a sound base for the development of modern theory of interest, liquidity preference theory by Professor Keynes. So it has provided a base for the foundation of modern theory of interest. Next, brings new element. It has also brought new element in theory of value, that it does not concentrate on total volume of transaction, but it concentrates on volume of income. Because as income change, demand for money can be changed. So it has brought new element. Last, more realistic approach. The approach is more realistic. In Fisher's equation MV, P and T, where P, V and T remains constant, and price level is also passive variable. Price level changes only when there is change in M. जब जब supply of money change होगा, तभी, then and then only price level changes. This was the belief of cash transaction approach. But in this equation, they laid emphasis on K rather than M. Sometimes price level or value of money can be changed without change in money when K change. So price level सिर्फ मनी सप्लाई से चेंज नहीं होता, प्राइस लेवल के चेंज होने के कारण भी चेंज हो सकता है. दिस इज द explained in cash balance approach. So the cash balance approach is more realistic. Desire of a person or desire of the people of holding money in change, demand for money can be changed, demand for goods and services can be changed, and price level can be changed. So price level not only depend on M, but price level can also depend on K. This explanation is given in cash transaction approach. So therefore, cash balance approach is also more realistic approach. So I am repeating. Cash transaction approach laid emphasis only on supply aspect of money. Cash balance approach laid emphasis on both demand and supply aspect of money. Second, research has considered only medium of exchange function, while Pigou has considered both medium of exchange function as well as store of value function. Not only spending aspect of money, but also holding aspect of money. It is more useful than cash transaction approach. It is relatively easy to know K rather than T. The chief merit of the cash transaction approach that is stay away from crude and mechanical concept of V. It is more humanistic approach. It has also provided a base for the foundation of modern theory of interest. It has brought new element. Why? Because it is concentrating on volume of income or level of income, and it is more realistic approach. So thank you very much for today.